Hi, I am Ayushi Rawat and welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss the September Lead Code Challenge Day 20 problem, Unique Parts 3. Now let's have a look at the problem statement. On a two-dimensional grid, there are four types of square. Because they have mentioned a grid here, I'm thinking we can apply a backtracking method here. Why? It will become clearer to you once we proceed. One represents the starting square. There is exactly one starting square. Two represents the ending square. There is exactly one ending square. Zero represents empty squares we can walk over. And minus one represents obstacle that we cannot walk over. We have to return the number of four directional walks from the starting square to the ending square that walk over for every non-obstacle square exactly once. Okay. Now let's have a look at one of the examples. For say example 3 states input is 0, 1 and 2, 0. So the output is 0. Why? Because there is no path that walks over every empty square exactly once. There is node that states the starting and the ending square can be anywhere in the grid. 1 is less than equals to grid length into grid of 0 length is less than equals to 20. Okay. There can be multiple approaches to this problem. Backtracking is one of them. If you do not know what it is, it's a general algorithm which is used to find problem solutions with constraints. It incrementally builds candidates to the solution and abandon the ones as soon as they cannot lead to a solution. We will start off with an initial state, and as each action is taken, we will move from one state to another. And there would be a final state to reach our goal. As a result, we'll clarify the initial and the final states of the problem here. For initial state, there are different types of cells or squares in a grid, and there is an origin and destination of the cell. Initially, all the cells have not been visited. For the final state, that's the destination, cell is filled with value 2. And for the ones with non-obstacle cells, including the empty cells filled with 0 and other ones with initial cell filled with 1. I will divide this problem into two parts. Number one, I'll initialize the conditions for backtracking, that is initial state and the final state. And once done, I will define the backtrack on the grid. For doing this, I will define a new helper function inside our code. It should become more clearer to you once we code. So let's quickly head over to the coding section. Here I am going to define rows and columns as rows will be equal to the length of the grid, and I'll take column as the length of grid 0. Now I will define non-obstacles as 0, start row and start column as 0 also. Once done, now I'll define a for loop over rows, and I'll define another for loop inside it for columns. Now I'll define cell as grid of row and column. After that, I'll compare. If cell is greater than equals to 0, then I'll update non-obstacles equals to non-obstacles plus 1. That is, I'll increment it. And if the cell is equals to 1, in that case, I will define start row and start column to be equal to row and column. Now I will declare the path count of path as the final result and initialize it to 0. Once done, I will define a helper method backtrack. Now we need to modify this external variable. So I'll define path count as non-local here. Now I will define the base condition for the termination of backtracking. That is, if grid of row columns is equals to 2 and the remain equals to 1, that means we have reached the destination. In that case, I'll increment path count by 1 and return the pointer. Now, we'll mark the squares as visited for all cases 0, 1 and 2. For that, I'll set grid of row and column into a new temporary variable and then I'll assign -4 to grid row of that particular column and decrement the rim. Now we have one less square to visit. So I'll decrement remain. Now we will explore the all potential directions we have. Those are 0, 1, 1, 0, 0 minus 1 and minus 1, 0. So I'll run a loop over these directions. Now I'll update next row for R plus RR and next column as C plus CC. Now I will check a condition for invalid coordinates. Next, I will check condition. If the square or obstacle is visited, in that case, I'll continue. Now I will call our helper method. Now I will unmark the squares after visit, and I will call backtrack method again with start row, start column and non-obstacles. At the end, I will return the path count. Now let's try running the code. Now I will try submitting it. And it's done. You can find the code at my GitHub repository. Link is available in the description box below. If you wish to connect with me on other social platforms, the link is mentioned in the description box below. If you have any queries or suggestions, please feel free to ask. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.